Hello everyone. So y'all starting to pop in. Welcome. I know this is very unusual to for me to go live this time of the day. I don't think I have. Okay, button.cream. We'll get to you. Just let me finish what I was saying. Erica, my dad, Eric. Okay. So stay tuned, button.cream, aka Erica, for your dad, Eric. Let me, I didn't know if people that normally join my lives would be coming on today because it's so early. This is not my normal time to go live. So I wasn't sure how many people were familiar with me, but it looks like several of you are. So for those of you just joining, let me give a little bit of explanation. It's so early in the day. Like I said, I don't usually go live today. I don't know. My moderator came home early. I was like, let's do it. You put the name of the person you want read in the comments, and my moderator chooses someone, and then I choose someone just spirit-led. And if you come to me for a normal reading, I do not, just one-on-one, I don't ask for who you want. It's just because there's energy attached to names, and so it moves lives right along. So welcome. I'm so glad to see everyone joining. I'm so happy that y'all are able to pop on here on a Monday afternoon. It was a long weekend for me. I don't know if anyone lived in the Omaha area where I live, but I spent all weekend at Mystic Fest right across the river in Council Bluffs at the Mid-America Center. And let me tell you, I was crazy busy. I thank everyone who came to see me. I was just honored that so many people came for a reading and stood in line, waited for hours to get a reading from me. I was completely blown away and honored. So thank y'all for who joined. Thank you. I appreciate that. Stan, somebody who said they're in Omaha. You know, tomorrow there is like, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours left to buy tickets for my event tomorrow night. And I think I have only 5 tickets left. I'm having an event at Biaggi's in West Omaha. And the price of the tickets includes dinner and everything. So you come get dinner and a show and tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. I think there's a few hours left. I think I have the cutoff tonight for you to finish buying tickets for that. And have a few tickets left. Keeping the audience small for the chance of having more readings. All right, so we're going to pop over and try to bring up Erica's dad, Eric. So for those of you who have never seen me read before, though I call up your spirit, I describe who is stepping up and I ask you to confirm or deny the information. If it doesn't fit your spirit, please feel free to say, no, that's not my spirit, and we find who they belong to. It's important for you to listen to the evidence so we can make sure we have the right person. And we have a crowd of spirits joining already today. Good grief. I didn't know how well it would be received coming this afternoon. Okay, can I have Eric? Okay, so I'm feeling that something has been, I know that you've already said today was his birthday, so he cannot use that for confirming information. Once you tell me something, I cannot take it from spirit. But he is showing me, Erica, that you are doing something to commemorate his birthday. Even though he's passed, you're doing something. He keeps showing me a cake, which I don't think you're baking a cake for him, but you're doing something to commemorate his birthday. He's showing me that birthdays in your family in general were a big deal, which I know for a lot of you watching, you're like, of course it's a big deal. No, my kids have had friends before that are so surprised at what a big deal we make out of birthdays in this family. And your dad, Erica, is showing me it's the same in your family. They're a big, huge deal. Party going down. Are you going to have some drinks for him? Because when I said that it's a big deal, he started wanting me to have a drink. Like, oh, you're going to have a drink in his honor, are you? He's making me feel like there's something when he passed, there was something in his chest or lungs. He's just making me really feel like there is an elephant sitting on my chest. And I keep needing to clear my throat and cough, like there was something to do with his chest or lungs when he passed. He was showing me that he was a salt to the earth kind of guy, someone who was a working class gentleman. And he was really about work and family and loved his kids, he's showing me. Though he did not spend as much time with them, and he is regretful for that. He's showing me that he wished that he had spent more time with his kids, and he didn't.
She said she had one earlier. I assume that's true.
Oh, good for you. You did have a drink. Have you already had the drink for your dad? Because my moderator just said you kind of put it like you had already had it. What time is it where you are? You know, because it's 5 o'clock somewhere. There's no judgment here.
He had a heart attack from an overdose.
Okay, very good. Not very good that happened, but that it made sense that I was feeling this chest issue. And so that's the way it's done, folks. I'm not done with your dad to bring through the message there,
Yes.
Miss Erica. Your dad is, again, he's tagging on to the last message, I was saying how he's sorry that he was a non-present dad, and he never meant for it to be shown as he didn't love you. And I know that's hard to believe, but I've talked to so many spirits they get so wrapped up in their worldly existence, and they forget how their actions reverberate out to those around them. Kind of a self-centered type view of it, and your dad's apologizing because that's exactly how he was. And he's saying that you were worthy of more, that you were worthy of having his full attention.
He loved me and my sister so much.
He did. He really did. I'm so glad that you noticed that, because he is very much talking about he didn't spend as much time with y'all.
Sad faces.
Yes. All right. Thank you, Dad. Thank you. Let me grab a tissue here. No, I'm not crying yet. I'm just having some allergy issues.
He said thank you, or she said thank you. He always told me I deserve it more.
Oh, very good. Okay, so she continued with the confirmation, which I so appreciate. Whenever you do have confirmations, I pull the spirit closer. Like the second you start confirming the information, I just bring that spirit closer because I know I have the right one. And he actually had told her when he was on Earth that she deserves so much more. And I so love that. And whenever you're listening to these lives, whether it's me or someone else, I want you to please only take back away from these lives what resonates with you. I'm not here to change your belief system. None of my friends who are mediums, we all have our opinions, but you all have the right to your own opinion. So, I've never seen the pancake before. Thank you. So just take what resonates with you. But when you have a spirit that owns their stuff on this side before they cross over, I'm not saying they cross with more peace, but they're always glad they did it. Let's just put it that way. They're always glad that they owned their stuff on this side. All right, so now it's my turn. I pulled this one, or did you want to pull someone? I pulled this one off of, because Miss Erica was the first one that popped on and asked for her dad, so kudos to her, and she said it was his birthday, so I could not resist.
He definitely in a better place. Thank you.
Absolutely. You're quite welcome, sweet girl. Okay, so I'm going to pull up this next spirit that is on their own. Strange and screenshot to prove this. When your life was trying to pop up, my mom face was trying to. I don't know what she's talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, but it sounds pretty interesting, whoever was talking about that. You were trying to put up my live and like your mom's face was coming through. That's very cool. I love stuff like that. Okay, so whenever I was tapping, I just needed to make sure there's a little boy stepping up, and he looks to be about 11, 12, somewhere in there. Okay. I'm hearing an A name. Please don't grab him until I've said all the information, and then you can say, yes, I take all the information, or no, I don't. I'm hearing like that Aaron sound, like Aaron, Andrew, that A sound. I'm hearing more of like Andy, Andrew, something like that. Andy, Andrew, somewhere along those lines. He was 11 or 12. He died in an accident. What kind of accident was this, honey? He's putting me on a bicycle, not a motorcycle bike. He's putting me on a bike. When I asked him how he passed, he put me on a bike. He was not wearing a helmet when he was riding this bike. He's making me feel an impact. I think he was hit by a car or a truck. He was hit by a vehicle. Let's just say that. He was he spent a lot of time by himself. So he was someone who was, no, his it has an A name, and I'm feeling like Andy, Andrew, Aaron, something along those lines. But I'm really pulling more towards the Andy, Andrew ring. So he was 11 or 12, somewhere in there. A name, Andy, Andrew. He was on a bike, no helmet, and I'm feeling he was hit by a car. He spent a lot of time by himself, and that his mom worked a lot. Not that he wasn't loved; he was loved plenty. His mom, he was being raised by a single mom, and she worked a lot, so he spent a lot of time by himself, and he was just out roaming the streets. I feel like it was the summer when he passed, because there's lots of, he's dressed in summer clothes, and there is lots of sun out. All right, so that's a lot of information. Can anyone take this young man? Let me reiterate, and please, Aaron, 23, car accident.
It's a bit old for.
Yeah, this young man feels a lot younger. Hello, hello. Thank you, thank you. I love it when people pop on and say hello. Okay, so we have an 11 or 12-year-old boy. He has an A name, Andy, Andrew, Aaron, something like that. He was in an accident. He was on a bike, and it feels like he was hit. Okay, so this Jill Dim, he was raised by a single mother. Is this the guy that was Andy and was 23? There's so much there that fits. Okay, so did you see that, CJ?
Mm-mm.
Someone said, I think it was a 23-year-old, but everything else fit.
I saw somebody say 23-year-old.
I lost you. So someone popped on here, and I'm so sorry, but your comment got lost in the craziness of it all. If you could just pop back on. You had said you knew someone who has died in a car accident.
Sunny Jess 6, Aaron 23, car accident.
Sunny Jess 6. And you also said he was raised by a single mom, right?
Yes, that's me.
Okay, very good. So who is this kid to you? I mean, who was this young man to you? Keep losing connection. Are you losing connection with me? Okay, must be on your end, sweetie.
Best it's me.
Alrighty, good job. Let's go
My
with
child's father.
it. Okay. Alrighty, okay. So this is one of those times when you're on a live and it's like, oh, I wish you were in front of me. Because when something comes through and you're doing a live, you're getting all this information. If one thing doesn't fit, yeah, I can take that. Did I misinterpret it? What's he talking about? Is he referencing someone who is alive, who rides a bike a lot, who is about that age? All of that could be. So this is one of those times I wish you were in front of me. I do have a moderator. You want to see my moderator? He said no. He doesn't want to be seen on camera. He's camera shy. Okay, so what do you have for me, young man? He's taking responsibility for his passing, and not that he did it on accident, but there was something in his driving. Reckless, going too fast. So when people step up and take responsibility for their passing, it's not necessarily that he took his life. He's absolutely not saying that. He just was driving too fast, careless, recklessness, that kind of thing. He is talking about that there is still someone who commemorates his passing. So I'm not sure where this accident was. Did they put up a memorial for him? He's very much showing me that there is a memorial wherever he passed. They still talk about him. People he's still missed. And someone is named after him. Can you confirm or deny that? He was driving fast. Very good. Thank you. I love that. So that's the way it's done. Very good. Confirming the information. It allows me to keep going faster when you start confirming the information.
His mom?
When I don't hear from you, she's the one who did the commemoration of something. When I don't hear from you, I start thinking, are they still on here? Am I getting the information wrong?
She said his grandson.
Oh, his grandson is named after him. Very good. When spirits step forward and they talk about things, the memorials that are done, someone being named after them, that is just confirming that they are around you, because so many times we think, even me, I mean, I do this for a living, but when it comes to my own spirits, I'm like, what y'all doing? Where are you at? Because you get so used to them being around you that you start just feeling their energy all the time. So you think they're not there because you're so used to them being there. So I love it when they step up and confirm information. He is saying that, okay, what are you saying? Someone in your family, someone close to him, I don't know if it's you or someone else, but someone close to him has recently gotten a bonus, something about their job and money. They've gotten more money in their job.
She asked, is he with her?
He absolutely is with you. Okay, show me something specific to her. I know you show me the moderator. I mean the commemoration of your passing. You show me the kid being named after you. Show me something in relation to her. I don't know what he's talking about, but he's showing me you're in your car. Do you have like stickers or appliques or something in your car? I just feel like there's some things like stickers or something in your car. He's showing me there's extra things in your car. Because he said, whenever, I don't let my spirits just say, yes, they're around you. So even when you're in one-on-one reading, I make the spirit tell me something specific to being around you. Because anyone can say, oh yeah, your spirit's around you. No, you have to tell me something I don't know. And so he's putting me in your car, and there's something extra in your car. Something that I would never put in my car. Like a sticker or one of those.
From my mirror?
Question. There you go.
Question.
Yes. It could definitely be that, but it's something unusual, not like a smelly thing. That's the only thing I ever hang from my mirror in my car is a smelly thing. So it's not like that. It's something extra. Oh, and you know what that thing does that's hanging from your mirror? You have to pay attention to this. I know it's going to move when you're driving.
My stethoscope.
That's normal. Have you noticed it start swirling or moving when it shouldn't be? Yes, please confirm that or deny it, whatever, but you have to start looking for it. As he's showing that he's making that move at a time that it shouldn't be. Oh, very good. Thank you. So she did confirm it has started moving. So just know that that's him. I love it when spirits do that. And you're probably looking at it, and this is what happens, you know, as muggles over here. We're like, yeah, did I just see that? I was on the phone with my girlfriend the other day, and she knows me so well. I was actually FaceTiming her. And so I was sitting out there in my living room in a recliner, and I was like, I turned back to her. She said, what was it? I said, there's a spirit here. And so I don't read for my friends a lot. When you're close to people, it just makes it more difficult to read for them because you want certain things for them. So it's hard to get your ego out of the way to bring through the message the way it is instead of what you want it to be. And so her dad was trying really hard to get my attention, and he had a very pertinent information for her, and it was not something I knew. It wasn't something I didn't know that was going on in her life, and just something that she had been struggling with that she had not divulged yet. And so he, sorry, phone's going off here. So even mediums, trained mediums will do that. I was like, am I seeing that? I'm not seeing her, Dad. Okay, thank you so very much for claiming your spirit. Miss Sunny Jess, thank you so much for claiming him and letting me deliver that beautiful message from him. So I don't want y'all to start second guessing yourselves. We all have intuition. You all have these same abilities. It's just learning to work with them. So don't second guess yourself. All right.
Candace Parham was looking for her husband's best friend, Dylan.
Okay, so Candace wants her husband's best friend, Dylan. All right, let's see what we got here. So Miss Candace, please listen up and be ready to confirm or deny the information. If it doesn't fit your spirit, please feel free to say, nope, not mine, and we'll figure out who he belongs to. Okay, so this guy was inseparable from your husband. They were two peas in a pod. He also very much liked to drink. He also is showing me fishing. He liked to fish. No, these are not paid. These are, my moderator chooses someone and I just pull one spirit led. So pop who you want into the, someone says no sound. So that must be on your end, sweetie, because everyone else is okay. Alrighty, so Miss Candace. Inseparable from your husband. He's also showing me fishing, and he has not showed me one activity that he did that did not involve some kind of drinking. And I'm not saying that he had an alcohol problem at all. I'm saying that when he went fishing, he liked to drink. When he hung out with your husband, he liked to drink. I'm also he's showing me some kind of drinking type games. Which I'm not familiar with drinking games. I missed that part of my life. I got married so young. I never quite played those drinking games, but he's showing me drinking games being played. So,
I haven't seen her name in a minute.
all right. So Miss Candace, if you're on here, please confirm or deny this. If not, we'll see who this spirit belongs to. We'll give her just a moment. And if we have missed her confirmation, please, anyone listening, feel free to pop up and say, hey, you missed it. Because it does happen. She must not, because my people are pretty good about telling me when I've missed a comment, and I do appreciate that about y'all.
She said yes. Candace Parham. Candace Parham.
Okay, so she confirmed
yes.
it. Okay, very good. Thank you, Miss Candace. She did confirm the information. I appreciate that. So as I'm sitting here I'm paying attention to the screen, seeing if the confirmation is coming through, and so when I turn back to him, he's like doing this to his arm, like his fingers, like waiting. She knows it's me. I'm just patiently waiting. I'm just patiently waiting. Miss Candace has a joke. He said, yeah, I still love her, even though she did take my boyfriend. Not that your husband was his literal boyfriend, but he had a very good heart about it, in that you just came in and this guy accepted you as part of the crowd. I've seen some people, they get a little bit hurt when someone starts dating someone else seriously or gets married and they feel like they're losing their best friend. Dylan didn't feel like he was losing his best friend. He says, I felt like I was just gaining a sister I never really wanted, but a sister I love nonetheless. So I think it's very cute. He's saying that he had respect for you, even though
He always joked about that.
Oh, he did. Oh, thank you for confirming that. So this, for those of you watching, have never had a reading, this is the perfect example of how our reading flows. Is not only did he step up and give evidential information about who he was, he gave me a specific message that Candace then said, yeah, he always joked about it. So then in his message, he has continued to confirm who he is. Classic example of how our reading flows. So don't be afraid to ever make an appointment with a medium. If it's not me, find someone you trust and resonate with. He is talking about that he messes with the radio in your husband's truck, and not necessarily the radio, but the music, because I know I'm old school. I play the radio still, and I know most people just use their Bluetooth and play their phone. But he's talking about there is a song that comes up that really reminds your husband of him, and it comes up in the rotation more than it should, and he's taking responsibility for that. He's like, yeah, he has to know him around. Also, Dylan is talking about Candace, your husband still talks to him all the time, and he is honored that he is still missed and he is still loved, and your husband still talks about him. And he said, and he didn't replace me. So your husband has not been able to find, not that he doesn't have other friends, but he hasn't been able to find someone who just is so close to his heart the way this one was. I mean, these guys were brothers. Feeling into the relationship, I would have, if you had come to me for one-on-one reading, I would have called him your husband's brother. That's how close the relationship feels, because I feel the energy of the relationship, and I would have read that energy as a brother relationship. All right. Thank you, Candace, for letting me read Dylan here. He was a pleasure. And thank you for being so great at confirming the information. You did a really good job. Good job. All right. It's my turn. I was just seeing who, I was tapping into spirit to seeing who was going to step up. Okay, so I'm feeling an Aunt energy. And when I tapped into her, I was hearing like an Aunt Kay, Aunt Karen. I don't know. She's like Karen's gotten a big bad rap lately. I know. The poor Karens of the world have all gotten a bad rap. So, okay. Aunt energy. I'm feeling a, hold on. Something caught my attention. I'm not done. I'm still going to finish. Tara Johnson, Sean Thompson, drug overdose. I don't know why that because I feel like you're asking me if he died of a drug overdose. And I'm not feeling that. That's why it caught my attention. Because the second I read that, I was like, yeah, no, not feeling that at all. So I don't know what that's to you, but there you go. Okay. This lady is stepping up. And whenever I was reading that, she's like, oh my goodness. From the South. Her body movements, her accent, everything reeks Southern of her. Which Southern state were you from, honey? Deep South? Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, one of those. Okay, so listen up. I'm going to go through and describe who I have here and confirm or deny it. Take it all. Don't, like when I bring a spirit, when it's spirit led like this, the vast majority of it has to fit. Okay, so I'm hearing Aunt Kay, Aunt Karen, one of those, Kay or Karen. She's from the Deep South, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, one of those. She is talking about in her front yard, she had a magnolia tree. She, very well put together, always had her hair and makeup done. She always went to the salon also. Like it wasn't just she did her hair at home. She went to the salon. Always had lipstick on. I just feel like, yes, confirm. 3-weed boy mama. Did anyone else confirm? Grab it.
There's a few people who have said Karen, but they haven't confirmed all the rest of it.
Okay. So it looks like 3-weed boy mama confirmed it. Now, I'm assuming when someone puts in their yes, confirm like that, they're taking it all.
I'm Nicole.
Nicole. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Nicole. She is... I don't know why she's referencing. I thought it was just part of how she was coming through with her personality, but even now that I'm confirming who she is, she's really focusing on a necklace she has, and it's nothing that's expensive. It's just very classy. And it looks like, actually she's showing me 3 different necklaces, but they're all very classy, so I don't know if you can confirm someone in the family had her jewelry. And again, it's not anything that was expensive. It was something that it just held a lot of sentimental value. She is talking about that she had children, but she had other babies. Like whenever you were a niece or a nephew of hers, a friend of hers, that she just really took all these babies on, and she treated you like, once you were in with her, you were her baby. She's like, come on in. Can I get you something to eat, honey? What can I eat? Let's get you some lemonade. She was all, I don't know why I said lemonade. Does she have lemonade? She was all about cooking and making you feel at home. And she was my second mom. Very good.
That's a different person.
Oh, that's a different person?
That was Amanda Gillen.
Okay. Okay. Has Nicole come back on here?
No, she hasn't been back yet.
All right. Sweet tea. Oh, no. That's not her either. All right, so
There's several people trying to claim Karen.
they'll be claimed. They don't mind being claimed more than once. Okay.
Everybody.
She is... also focusing on this magnolia tree. And on this magnolia tree, I don't know why she's focusing on it other than talking about how beautiful it is. I don't know if you've seen it since she's passed, but she just keeps talking about just how beautiful it is and how much it's grown. And we live here in Nebraska now. For those of you who have watched me or know anything about me, I was born and raised in Louisiana. I live in Nebraska.
Yes, on the magnolia.
I was, and we are doing some yard work, and I've been talking to my husband about, I would love to have a magnolia tree. And so she's making me just feel this magnolia tree. I can smell it. I can see the leaves. She's just putting this gorgeous picture of it in my head, just really tapping in my clairvoyance with that. And I was like, and before I could even say anything, she says, honey, I don't think it's going to grow up there. Move your ass back south. Very much telling me to get myself back to my homeland. This is I like my house, my aunt.
Conversation I had actually yesterday, how much the tree has grown and how I wish I had her there.
Thank you so much for confirming that. So for those of you listening, she came back and said for confirmation, she had just been looking at that tree and commented on how much it had grown. So this is a double whammy. First, her aunt was talking about this tree and just how much she loved it. And she let me know someone had been commenting on how big it had gotten. And that's a sign that she is around you. Just the fact that you were commenting on that yesterday. And so she's also making me feel like that I had, is there something on my face right here?
Necklace and trees.
Necklace and trees. Very good. Confirming it all. So she's making me feel, Nicole, that you just popped on TikTok real quick. And I felt this. I was in the kitchen getting my water. I have a routine before I go live. I get water. I get my pad of paper. I have some things I do. I was getting my water and I could feel this urgency. There was a spirit like pushing me down the hallway. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. I even come in here. I'm like, oh my goodness, no, I haven't done my powder. I need to freshen up my makeup. And they're like, just go live. And so she's taking ownership of being the spirit that was doing that. So she wanted me to get on here at a certain time, and you must have felt the draw to come on here also, because this is absolutely not the time I normally go live. I love it. Spirits are always teasing me throughout lives. One of them will take ownership of, yes, I made you go live at this point, because I just start talking to my spirits. My husband came home. I was like, oh, let's go live. And so I started telling the spirit, hurry, 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 get your people. I'm going live early. I'm going live early. And then your aunt was just really pushing me. She's talking about how proud she is of you, that you have really been struggling, Nicole, and you rightly so struggling. You've had a lot of things happen to you, and you've been hit on all.
There's something that I've been asking her.
You've been hit on all sides. I'm sorry, you said there was something. I'm not getting it. If you want to pop what you've been asking her into the comments, and I can see if I can get it from her, or we can just, yeah, I'm not hearing it. She's talking about a job, though, and she's saying that you could do better. I don't know if your question is related to a job. The second I asked her, so what have you been talking about? I'm feeling a job.
She's been asking what she wanted to her, what Karen wanted to tell Nicole.
She's got plenty to say, honey. So strap it on. She's talking about first that how you've gone through so much, and you've just had a life that you take a couple of steps back forward, you get kind of pushed back. Couple of steps forward, kind of pushed back. It is hard for you to get ahead.
I just resigned from my job today.
Okay, and she's talking about that you need to get there's one better out there for you, that you are being underappreciated for your job. You were really good at your job. She's saying that you could do it like this. And unfortunately, there are companies out there when you work for them and you've been doing a job so long and you're excellent at it, they don't realize what it's like to not have you there. And that's very much what I'm feeling. She's saying that there is a better one out there for you. And as she's saying that, I'm seeing the letter T. So as you're looking for a job, as you're having the synchronicities of looking for new jobs coming your way, look for this letter T. Either the company name starts with a T or it's like a 2-word and the T is big. The T is bigger than the rest of the words.
She said, no way.
I wonder if she's been looking at one and then that's why it resonated. All right. Thank you for letting me read your aunt. She did a really good job. She was really good with her information. She was very specific. I very appreciate her. She came through. Boom. Name, rank, serial number. She did it all. I appreciate her. All right. You have someone for me now?
I thought she was going to say something else.
You thought I was or she was?
No, I thought she was.
I did too. Okay, real quick, someone just popped up and asked a question as my moderator's looking for someone for me to read, seeing where his heart's being led. Just asked, how long before you can connect to a spirit? The quickest I have read a spirit is 20 minutes after their passing. Now, the reason that you're recommended to wait is because for you, making sure you are emotionally ready to hear the message, process the information. The spirit is ready immediately. I have never had a problem, no matter, because I don't know. When you just go to my website and make an appointment, I don't know if it's been 3 months or 3 years or 2 days since your spirit passed. You just pop on the screen and I start reading. So, but the recommendation is you wait until you are ready and only you can know when. The spirit is ready immediately. I read someone, I had a girlfriend who I'd gotten to know through this mediumship journey. Her husband was passing, and I knew that he was passing. I knew his time was near because she called me very upset from the way he was at the end stages of cancer. And I was able to tap into him. He was so far removed from his body. I was able to tap into him, and like he had passed. I was having a conversation with him, even though his human body was here still on earth, functioning somewhat. And I asked him basically how long before he passed, because his family was very upset because of the convulsions he was having. And I could see his guide coming towards him, and I just intuitively knew I wasn't going to be able to talk to him. I said, how much longer? And he said 3. He died 3 hours and 10 minutes later. She called me 20 minutes after he passed, and I was instantly able to tap into him, and he gave very, very specific information about what was going on in the room and where everyone was at that moment. And he had very specific messages for each family member. Spirits are fine. You know, when they cross over into a love vibration. Even people who here on earth, we had rather maybe not see them cross into a love vibration, but they do, because it's their soul. Your soul is love, and your soul goes back home to its love vibration. So, long answer to that probably short question, but it is up to when you're ready to hear from them. Thank y'all. I appreciate you. Okay, who you got?
I don't know if there's still one, but this person asked just a question. Tia Stas, I think, dreams about past loved ones. What does that mean? Okay,
so someone asked, I don't know who my moderator said it was. It doesn't matter, but dreams about past loved ones. Loaded question, because sometimes a dream is just a dream. But if there is a ton of emotion coming through with this dream, now I do want to, if you are getting a dream from your past loved one, and it is them visiting you, only love vibration. Your family, when they cross over, they're never going to scare you or make you fearful. They're going to come through to comfort you. So whenever your past loved ones come through in a dream, there's 2 different ways. They can insert themselves into a dream you're already having, or they can manifest a dream. Of course, it's easier. Okay, y'all are on it today. Someone else asked them. Okay, it's easier for them to insert themselves into a dream you have and kind of manipulate where the dream is going. And then of course, they can insert a dream into, like, it can insert a past memory or something, and that is a great way to let them go. No. I was actually just, I'm teaching an advanced mediumship class, and I was just writing the part last night about the brain waves. Because your brain waves slow to a state that they can get into them. Same thing I do whenever I read. Your sleeping state it's probably closer to trance when I do trance, but you slow your brain waves enough, and that's what I do when I read. I raise my vibration, my brain kind of slows down and allows them to come in. Now, someone said on here, what if you don't dream? Okay, everyone dreams. Now, we don't always remember our dreams. So if you don't remember your dreams, ask your guides before you go to sleep. So right before you go to sleep, you do maybe a quick little meditation to kind of relax your body, and you ask your guides to help you remember your dreams. Number one. Number two, always have a pad of paper right next to your bed to write down your dreams. You will forget them within 10 minutes of waking up. Okay?
I'm not sure, I haven't seen her name recently. Melody Moore. Her daughter, Kimberly.
Okay, Melody Moore, are you on here? If you are, please listen up. Your daughter, Kimberly.
Hey, somebody from Shreveport.
Shreveport? Aww. That's
so many questions.
Really close to my stomping ground. I wasn't born, but I was raised in Alexandria, Louisiana. I was born in a little town called Glenmore, completely backwoods. Okay, so Melody Moore, listen up. I'm about to try to bring forward your daughter, Kimberly. Please confirm or deny. Baton Rouge. I have a condo down there. Just rented it out.
There's somebody from Ireland, too.
Ireland. Love me some Ireland. I ate and drank my way across Ireland. I'm just now starting to lose the weight I gained while I was in Ireland from eating and drinking my way across that country. It was fabulous. Okay, so Kimberly, I said little girl, and she looked at me. She's a young lady stepping up, just a beautiful, vibrant soul. She had some addiction problems, she's letting me know. Complete self-medication. She's taking responsibility for her own passing, but in this responsibility for her own passing, it was not purposeful. It was an accident, but still, she's taking responsibility for it. So if you are still on here, Miss Melody Moore, please confirm or deny. Okay. Has she come up yet?
I've not seen her.
So, I didn't even realize what I was doing. This is what happens for automatic writing. I was waiting. I didn't even realize I was doing it. I was waiting for my moderator to tell me if Melody was answering this, and I started jotting down, and I realized, why am I writing? Because another spirit had stepped up and was trying to get my attention. So we will come to him next. First, we're going to... That's called automatic writing for anyone who wants to do it. Okay, so it doesn't look like that Melody is on, so let's see who this spirit belongs to. I'm feeling a daughter. I'm feeling that this young lady has a daughter energetic relationship to someone on here. She had addiction problems, and she was, she'd had them for quite some time, to the point where it had started like messing with her health. She passed as a result of these addiction problems, though it was not on purpose. It was accidental. I'm sorry, I was trying to get a name for those of you wondering what the silence was about there for a moment. I was like, oh, what is his name? I'm hearing an A name as an Amber Ashley. Okay, so I'm hearing an A name with this young lady. She looks like she's letting me know she was in her late teens, early 20s. She was hard in her, it could be Angie. It could be, what were you saying? You know, she had gotten to the point where she had such a strained relationship with her family. I know everyone says that, well, of course she had a strained relationship. She was in addiction. No, this addiction had gone on for a long time, and she had done things like stolen from her family. She had been living on the streets off and on, and just a really tough existence for her there at the end. I asked for Spirit to pop into your home to let me know if they are there. Okay. All right, so I'm going to circle back around, give you all this information.
Did you get a name or no?
Yeah, it was an A name. It's like Amber, Ashley.
Mandy is saying Amanda, but I don't know if that's a question because everything else fits.
Okay, so were you asking, okay, so just, y'all, I see a lot of names popping on here with a question mark, so I'm going to go back through the information. If you need further confirmation, then it's not your spirit. Because once you tell me a name, once you say, is it Amy, is it Angie, is it whoever, I can't take it. Now you've fed the medium, and I can't use it for evidence anymore. And it's nothing against you. It's just the way I work. It's called evidential mediumship.
Men Ain't Shit 223. Her name is Amber. Oh, I'm sorry. The person's name is Amber. Passed away from an OD in 2015 at 23 years old.
Very good. Sounds like we got a girl. What's her name?
Men Ain't Shit.
Men Ain't Shit. I've read you before.
Yep. That's hard to forget that.
Yep.
Person's name is Amber.
Amber. All right. Okay, so for those of you who were, just here we go. I do want to finish that. So whenever you go to a medium, on a live, gallery reading, one-on-one, whatever, it's called Don't Feed the Medium. Can you ask them questions once the spirit is identified? Yes, but if you ask them questions like, well, my dad was tall. Is this one tall? Well, now I can't say because now I'm in my head. Or is the name Dylan? Is the name, well, now you've given me that, so I can't use it for evidence. So when you give a medium something, information, they cannot then turn around and use it for information because then it's not evidence. You've already told them, and that's not authentic. Just so y'all know, if y'all come to me or someone else for a reading, how that's going to work. Okay, so you said her name was Amber? Amanda? What?
The spirit's name is Amber, I believe.
Amber, okay. Miss Amber, what you got for me? You know, whenever I said what you got for me, she said, it wasn't their fault. It wasn't their fault. It wasn't their fault. She has said that like 3 times. So make sure that her family knows, her friends know that she could not be saved. And you know, that is so, so difficult. But there is free will. And you are never going to be able to save someone from addiction. You can help them, you can give them the tools to make them better, but you can't make them make right choices. It has to be their own. And she's taken full responsibility for her passing, though it was not intentional. It was absolutely her lifestyle, and it was an accident. She overdosed, but it was an accident.
This person's mom, which was Amber's sister, blamed herself.
I imagine. You know, so many people I counsel in my life coaching, in mediumship, so many people that, and I can imagine we feel guilt when we can't help people. And she's absolutely saying that she could not be saved. She could not be saved. She had actually already been to rehab, she's letting me know. And I don't know if you knew that about her, but she had been to rehab. I'm seeing at least twice. And she had just gone right back to using. And
3 times.
Yeah, 3 times, and yep. And that just is. She's saying it was nothing. She's letting me know it was not the programs that didn't work. It was her that didn't work. And until someone feels it in their soul, and until they acknowledge in their heart that there is no other option but to be clean, they're not going to be clean. as I said that, she's like, preach it. Um, and as I'm sorry that I was having a little discussion with this spirit because I was taking exception to what she said. I'm going to tell you the message because when you come to me for a reading, I will always tell you what the spirit said. But then I will always tell you also when I'm taking exception to it that I don't really buy into it. Because she said, I just wasn't strong enough. I just wasn't strong enough. I know what she's saying. She felt like that she was not strong enough to overcome her addiction because I've heard it from spirits. What I do know is that we are never sent to this earth without the talents and the strength to overcome our challenges. No matter how hard you think it is, no matter, get up and fight another day. She is saying that someone in her family, I feel like it's a sister, I don't feel like it's her mother, stopped doing drugs because of her. Though someone on her energetic vibration stopped doing drugs because of her.
Does she have any guidance on current situation? I don't know if I can ask that.
Your current situation, or you? She has a couple of things to say.
My mom stopped.
You're okay. Very good. I was gonna say I knew that because of her passing, someone else had stopped, and she said it was worth it. It was worth it. That if she could help one person from the other side, her job is done. Someone is in a relationship, and it's a female who's in a relationship with a male who they should not be in that relationship. And you don't hear me say that often. I have a lot of people. Matter of fact, I had someone on a reading the other day, and she was about to dissolve her marriage. It's like, no, this marriage can be saved. I don't usually say that unless it's bad. So someone around that this lady knew is in a relationship with someone who they need to get out of that relationship with. It is toxic and it is abusive, and they need to go. Do you know who that is? All right. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you, Miss Amber.
She said yes.
Okay, very good. And I was about to, I'm glad you confirmed, because I had been, the whole time I'm talking to her, like I'm saying one thing to her, to you, but I'm having a side conversation with her. If she can't give me the name, describe the person to me, and she wouldn't do it. She's like, no, she'll know. She'll know. So I'm glad you popped up and confirmed that you knew who it was. All right. I think it might be my moderator's turn, but I'm going to take over here because of the automatic writing thing that I was having going on. When she was stepping up and I was waiting, I don't know if y'all caught that, but this gal had stepped, I was waiting for her to be taken, someone to take her, and I just started writing. I didn't realize I was doing it. There is a young gentleman. He is in his 20s. He is a built guy. He's got muscles. He would die a violent death. Someone else is responsible for his passing. I'm hearing, again, this A name, an Austin. I'm feeling like an Austin. He would frequently wear his cap backwards. He makes me put a cap on backwards. Okay, so I see a couple of people trying to claim him already. Make sure all the yes, he was murdered. Someone else took his life. Violently. I don't know if they could do it any other way, but so someone said late Helen. I see a lot of, okay, so I'm assuming all of the information fits then. Okay, so someone.
She said it again. He's mine.
Okay, very good.
Yes.
Leet Helen, I think it is. Leet Helen?
Letty Helen?
Letty.
I don't know if that's right.
Letty Helen. Okay.
Letitia.
So,
Letty, I would say.
he is letting me know that there were some things.
Letitia.
So you knew that he was that someone else is responsible for his passing, that someone else took his life. But he's also saying that some things were said about him after his passing that were not true. Someone said something. And he said, that's not true. I didn't do that. I did not do that. So he's pretty much coming up, because I feel like it's probably you. He's showing me a female banging their head against the wall, trying to convince people that, no, I didn't do those things. That was not me. I am not the person they're portraying me to be. Like, they're trying to justify his murder, and there's really no justification for it. And a lot of times, a lot of times people will come up and, the Spirit will say, y'all have heard me say it so many times on here. Yeah, he's saying that even if someone else took their life, the Spirit,
yes, that's true.
Spirit will say, yeah, it was kind of me still though, because I egged them on. I was in the wrong place, wrong time. I was stealing. I was doing this or that. This Spirit is saying none of those things. He was absolutely unprovoked. I'm feeling it was a lot of jealousy involved. I asked him if he knew the person who took his life, and it's like he knew of them. This was a great kid, a great guy. He was just living his life. And because he was so handsome, he was very built, but he was humble.
She said it was a car accident and she was on drugs. Maybe she not eat. I don't know.
Okay.
And that's just what she said.
Right. So just know that the things that we're saying about this kid, yeah, he stalked me because, as y'all know, again, if you're in your 20s or 30s, you're a kid to me, because it is very much, you're my child.
She said first-degree manslaughter.
So he's saying, thank y'all for the gifts. He's saying as a collective now, because he's taken everything he has said up to this point has been spot on, only about him and his case and what happened to him. Now he's kind of taking a collective approach to it. He's saying that he's glad that the person that had taken his life was held accountable in the earth realm, for the people's sake who was left behind. He's having some empathy on here for someone that is listening, whose loved one was taken, and there has been no resolution in that case. And he says, I want everyone to know that everyone is held accountable for their actions at some point. You may not see it while you're on the earth realm. Don't let that hold you back, and don't become bitter about it. Everyone is held accountable at some point. He's also saying, this kid, is talking in very spiritual terms, which tells me that he was a very old soul when he was here on earth. He's also saying that he's at peace. He said we're all at peace. Okay, I'm just going to roll with this. I'm taking a little bit of leeway here with this gentleman and letting him continue with this message that is for a general populace instead of just for that specific. He says, I'm at peace and we're all at peace. When your soul comes home to where it belongs and reconnects to the unconditional love vibration, you can see it all clearly. And you make your own amends. He's saying there is no... So when he said there is no amends, instantly I asked, what does that mean? He said you make your own amends. He said once you step into the love vibration and you look at everything that you've done and everything else everyone else has done in the unconditional veil, that you don't see everyone else's part. You only see your own, and you hold yourself to a higher standard. No one else is judging you. You're judging yourself. All right. Thank you, young man. That was pretty cool. You did a good job. As I said, it was pretty cool. You did a good job. He kind of bowed his head at me like, yes, thank you, thank you. Very good. You did a good job. All right, so who do you have coming up next?
Destiny was looking for her mom, Jamie.
Okay, so Miss Destiny, if you're on here, pay attention. I'm going to try to call up your mom, Jamie.
I think her screen name is D-Dest or DDS or something.
DDS or something, but your name is Dee Dee. So listen up, Dee Dee, if you're... Destiny. Listen up. Let's see if we can bring up your mama, Jamie. I do want to, before I start this, I saw someone pass real quick. If you want to book a reading with me, you can only do it on my website, Christy Godwin, Psychic Medium. Cloud calendar pops up to you and you're sent a Zoom link. I will never, ever, ever, ever direct message you. Please do not send anyone any money. Don't send anyone any money. Even if they're pretending to me or be someone else, don't send anyone any money. Only book appointments through websites or links, something like that they send you. Also, I don't want to announce, I have an event here in Omaha, Nebraska. So if you live in the area, tomorrow night at a restaurant called Biaggi's, there's a few tickets left. It's a gallery event. The tickets include dinner. It's a lot of fun. It's a beautiful restaurant. And so if you're in Omaha and you're free tomorrow night, I think I have tickets. You can buy them until midnight tonight. Come to Florida. What part? I have been actually thinking about doing a road trip because I have some pockets of clients. I've been thinking about doing a road trip and like doing some little events across the way. Okay, so Miss Jamie is stepping up, and she is... The first thing that comes to when Jamie steps up is I need to tuck my shirt. I would definitely come from Louisiana. You know that. My stomping ground, I'll be in Louisiana at some point. Just not in the summer. It's hotter than Hades down there. So she's making me want to tuck my shirt in and wear a belt. If you're in Lincoln, come on over here to Nebraska. The restaurant's out west. It can't be that far from you. She makes me want to make my hair bigger. And I want to like back tease it. You know how we used to back tease our hair and make it poofy, and I'm putting a lot of hairspray on it. She is also, I'm seeing a lot of her wearing the color red, which I don't see colors a lot when I'm reading. So when I see them, they must mean something. So if you're listening, has anyone heard from Destiny on here? Have we missed it?
I haven't seen it. It must be D-Dest.
D-Dest. Has D-Dest said anything? If it's not her mom, we'll figure out who this belongs to.
I haven't seen her.
All right. So people looking on, I know y'all help me out. Have we missed it? Have we missed D-Dest? I don't think so. It doesn't look like it. Y'all are pretty good. Whenever I ask that question, if I miss someone, you're like, yes, you missed her. She said yes, or she said no, whatever she said. Haven't seen. Very good.
Yeah, good.
Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for helping us out. I appreciate y'all. Okay, so we're going to figure out who this spirit belongs to. I'm still feeling a mom energy. When I say a mom energy, I mean she feels the energetic vibration in your life. Throw in a pen. She is... Let me reiterate what I said and see what else she's going to give me along the way. I'm feeling very much, I have a skirt on and my shirt is tucked in. Something about her always tucking her shirt in. Always had to have her shirt tucked in. And I'm seeing she liked the color red. She had her hair done all the time and she would back tease it. And she also liked to wear red lipstick. I'm seeing an L name.
Breaking real quick here. Jordan J. Update from a reading. You warned me about a guy that was around me. You were right. He turned abusive.
Okay, so Jordan J said, update from a reading. You warned me about a guy around me and you were right. He turned out to be abusive. I so appreciate when people y'all don't know how much it means when you come back and confirm to a medium when they were right about saying something, because it just helps us step into our gift even more. I so appreciate you confirming that. And in this instance, I would have taken being wrong, because I'm very sorry you had to go through that. Thank y'all for the gifts. Okay, so I'm hearing an L name like Louise.
You've got Mysteria 201, so her mom, Lisa.
Oh, there you go. An L name. Before I even said it. Okay, very good. Mom, Lisa.
Mysteria 201.
Mysteria 201. Your mom, I just want to tell you, Mysteria 201, did such a good job. I mean, when she popped up, she, like, instantly, she did a really good job with her information. So she would have been a good communicator here on Earth. She tapped into my clairvoyance perfectly, dropped in her with this little tucked in shirt, and she's still talking about tucked in shirt. She is talking about poofing hair too. This lady was all about, okay, she's saying fashion. I don't really know that, I don't think that she was probably up to date on fashions, but she thought she was. She's like, when I said that, she's like, here now. It's true, Miss Lisa. She also liked to cook. She's showing me in the kitchen. She was always cooking for her family. She loved to do that. And have you been trying some new recipes out, Mysteria 201?
She had a Farrah hairstyle from the 70s.
Oh, she's showing me that. And she continued to have it. And that's the reason I said she thought it was so trendy and lovely. I was like, it is lovely, honey, but I don't know about trendy. Oh my goodness. Thank you for confirming that. Now, Mysteria 201, have you been trying new recipes? Your mom is really making me want to go into the kitchen and try new things out and try.
Yeah, I've been trying new stuff.
So when Spirit drops in information like that you've been trying new recipes, and how would I know this person on the live who I don't know would be trying new recipes? It's a sign that they're around you. They're always around you. It's fun to go to mediums and have that confirmed and get messages, but just know your loved one is around you. They're not going to leave you. They're going to see in what you're doing. She is saying, she's making me some, oh, I just lost it. Mystery 201. She was making me smell like curry or something like that. I think it's curry. And I love curry, but your mom did not. She's letting me know. She's cooking with that curry stuff. Again, just something that she is laughing. She's always saying, oh, she is so proud of you for doing that. And people on here listening is like, she's proud of her for trying new recipes. Yes, because I'm sure you'll want me to tell you why. Let me just tell you. Whenever you are stuck, whenever you're feeling depressed or stuck, like your life isn't moving forward, you feel like you're just banging your head up against the wall, do something creative. Do something that feeds your soul. Is it cooking? Is it reading? Is it writing? Is it going for a hike? It's going to be different for each person. Yes, I can give ideas to people of how to unstick their energy, but it's really going to be personal for each person. And she's so glad that you are trying something new, unsticking your energy, and it's been working. Like, you're getting your creative juices flowing, and your mom's like, yes, yes. Also, she wants you to know, Mysteria 201, that the voice in your head is her. So I feel like that you've heard thoughts drop into your head, and you kind of look around like, where did that come from? And then you talk yourself out of it. I'm like, oh my goodness, there I go, talking to myself again. No, that's your mama. Listen to her. For those of you listening, I do want you to know that spirit voices will only come to you on a love vibration. They will only portray, oh my goodness, Zwolle, Louisiana. Oh my is right. Oh my goodness, Zwolle, Louisiana. Lord have mercy.
Thank you. I'd love to hear that.
So just know that whenever you hear voices in your head, like I said, spirit will only be loving. Spirit will only be kind. They drop in, spirit voices drop in with no emotion attached. But once you process them, you put emotion on them. So let's just say you've gotten ready. You're about to head out the door and you pass the mirror and you think, you know what, I'm looking good today. And then instantly you start beating yourself up for talking nicely to yourself. How many people beat themselves up because, you've said something nice to yourself? But it was actually spirit dropping in, giving you encouragement, telling you look nice today. But now you've processed that thought. You process it in your head and then you start beating yourself up over it. Now you've attached emotion to it. So if that dropped in, just a compliment to you, and it wasn't like you were being egocentric, it just dropped in. That's spirit. Spirit wants to build you up. They want you to know you're doing a good job. Being down here on earth is not for the faint of heart. They know that. No one gets a free ride. We all have our issues, and they are here to support. They are here to drop synchronicities in front of us and help guide us. Thank you for letting me read your mama. She was a lovely soul. Okay, who we got now?
Ruth Ann, 488, is looking for her mama, Betty.
My moderator must be missing his mama or something. Are you missing your mama?
You said mama. You fed the moderator.
Okay, for y'all. Okay, did y'all hear that? Did y'all really hear what my moderator just said to me? For those of you who didn't, let me just rat him out. I said, the moderator must be missing his mama because he keeps bringing up all these mamas. And he said, you said that. I was like, what are you talking about? He said, you fed the moderator because you were talking about mamas. Oh my goodness. Okay, we got Mama Betty. You up here, Mama Betty? So Mama Betty, when I'm calling her up, she's talking about, I don't know, she's being a little bit dramatic. So was Mama Betty a little dramatic because she's stepping up? She's like, oh my goodness, I've been waiting in line. I've been waiting so long. I was waiting for you to call my name. And she's also talking with a southern accent now that I'm tapping into her. A little bit of southernness in her. I don't feel deep south though. I feel like she could get like a southern twang going on. This lady was...
She said yes.
Okay, very good. Thank you. A little bit drama there going on. Also, I don't know why she's making me want to cook some sweets. But not just cookies and pies, but also like divinity and fudge and those types of things. Do you remember cooking with your mom, or do you remember her cooking those types of things? She's showing me that you have her recipe. You either have her recipe books or you have cards with her recipes on them. They have her, even if it's a recipe book though, there's handwriting in it. She's definitely showing me these recipes with her handwriting on them. Okay, what else she got for me? Also, she passed down some of her jewelry. She loved fudge. Oh my goodness, that stuff is so sweet. I can't even handle it. I do like divinity though. I do like divinity. I don't have it very often. She's making me hungry. Doesn't she know I have been working really hard to lose my Ireland weight? She should not be making me hungry. When I said that and turned to her, she's like, oh honey, you only live once. Like, get over yourself. This lady was very fun. For as much as I said she was a little bit... She's like, let's sit down, let's talk, let's have some fun. And I love this. Mediumship is not anything she ever would have believed in when she was on the earth. But now that she's on the other side, she loves the freedom of the... Okay, so she just cut me off. Have you been wondering, Miss Ruth Ann, like, what do spirits look like on the other side? She's really making me need to tell you what spirits look like on the other side. Have you been wondering that? I'm going to assume you have, or she... It's been a week since I've been...
She said yes.
Okay, very good. Okay, let me just tell y'all. So whenever spirits come to me, they will present how you recognize them. Most of the time, if they would rather present young, like I will present the way y'all see me now when I come to my kids after I have passed. I will not present as I'm going to be in my 80s or so when I pass, or at least I think I am. So they present how you're going to remember them on earth. Now I have a friend who lost a son, and I've known her son his entire life. He's passed. I've read him a lot. So he doesn't even need to take on a body because I'm so used to his energy. I know who it is. So I was talking to my friend one day and I could see her son coming towards me. It was just a light. It was just light energy. And so I turned to him, he's in spirit, and I say his name. And I was like, honey, you forgot to take on a body. He's like, oh yeah. And then he took on how he normally presents to me. So you are a light being. Your soul, you leave your biological body behind. Your soul turns into pure light and love, and it goes back home where it can recuperate. It can remember what it's like to be in light and love, and it can remember what it's like to be authentic and be itself, if that makes sense to y'all. Because over here, we try to be ourselves. We try to be who we were created to be. And it was a white light that he came to me. It was white. Now that you've asked me that, I really hadn't thought about that. Someone asked if it was a white light. It was a white light. So as it came through me, it was a white light, but around the outside circle of this white light, it had a little yellow tinge to it. I hadn't thought about that until someone just asked me. All right. Thank you so much for letting me read your mom. She was very sweet. Do you have any psychic?
No, just a question for you. Can you look into people's past lives?
Absolutely, I can. So someone's asked me, can I look into people's past lives? So let's break all this down real quick about past lives. So when you come to me, on my website is something called a past life regression. When you come to me, how I run my past life appointments is I will tap into you and I will tell you a couple of past lives that I'm seeing. And to date, let me knock on wood, I have not had them resonate. Like the ones that I'm given are ones that you will say, you know what? I've always loved Scotland. I've always loved this part of the United States. Or I had a dream about that past life. Something about the past lives I'll pull up will resonate with you. And so I pull up a couple and then I take you through a regression where I have you access one. And I always ask for the one that you access to be the one that most closely relates to why you're here this time around. I'm actually, sometime this week, I am going through and interviewing someone who I did a past life on, and just how much it helped him heal and how much it helped him figure out some of the issues he was having in this life. And that will not only be on my YouTube channel, but also will be on my podcast. I don't know if everyone knows it here. I haven't started advertising a whole lot because I started a podcast a while back. It's Spiritual Talk with Christy Godwin and Friends. So if you're interested in that, also the podcast is on YouTube, but it's also on Spotify, Apple, all the main ones. Someone asked how you can get a reading. I saw Christy Godwin Psychic Medium, and then you're automatically sent a Zoom link. Automatically. And so, this is something I was going to say. A lot of people have been worried because I book. Like, I think I'm booked. Not in like a couple of weeks. I think you can get an appointment with me. But of course, I do have some appointments booked all the way out to August. Don't be afraid to book an appointment out, because there is in the confirmation a little thing you can click on and reschedule. So if you're a couple of days out from the appointment and you're like, oh my goodness, I have to do this or that, I didn't know I was going to be busy on that day, you just click reschedule and it allows you to reschedule it.
Bethany, her brother Zach.
All right, Bethany.
She's on there as Beth G10.
Beth G10. Bethany, brother Zach. All right. Okay, I want to answer this question real quick before I forget. Do you do group readings? I absolutely do group readings. I do them in two different ways. Like tomorrow, I have an event at a local restaurant called Biaggi's, and at that one, it's completely gallery. So it's just, I keep the group small. And you buy tickets for it. I think the tickets for that event are $55. It includes a reading and dinner. And so that's one way I do them. Another way is I do small groups in people's houses. If you have had a one-on-one with me, or if you know someone that I know, then I do small groups in people's houses. I don't go, if you're a stranger, sorry. And how that works, if you're local, I will, it has to be a certain amount of people, and I go to your house and we do about a gallery reading, and everyone gets a 15-minute one-on-one. Email me on that one and we pick a date. I am going to start traveling a little bit and doing them. And so it really depends if you're en route. If I'm already traveling somewhere and I stop along the way, I will do small groups in people's houses. If you're calling me to just come to your area to do one, then that is. Biaggi's is Biaggis, Biaggi's. It's out, do you know the address of that? I don't remember. It's out west, right off of Dodge.
I put the entire name, Biaggi's Ristorante Italiano.
My husband put the, okay, back to Bethany, her brother Zach. Okay, so Bethany, the person that is stepping up when I asked for your brother Zach, he is just instantly letting me know that y'all were not just siblings. Y'all were pretty good running buddies. And feeling either a certain closeness about y'all. And I was about to say, oh, I'm seeing that y'all were close in age, and he kind of stopped me. So something about this relationship was very close.
Very close.
And what one of you didn't think of, the other one did. It reminds me of my my middle daughter and my baby. Of course, as y'all know, my kids are grown adults.
2.5 years.
But yeah, and they're about three and a half years apart. But let me tell you, if you want to know something going on in McKenna's life, that's the baby, ask her sister, and vice versa. Because they are so close. Don't even live close to each other, and they just are very close. And he lets me, you had his back, he had your back. It was just like, it's beautiful to be on this earth with that kind of relationship.
She said yes, so true.
And you feel like not just a piece of your heart has been missing with him being gone, a piece of your soul left when he left. And he's like, I didn't mean to. I didn't want to leave you. I didn't mean to. I didn't want to leave you. And he's saying that just because he can see your pain. And he doesn't want you to think that he just willy-nilly was like, yeah, I'm done. I'm done here. I'm going to go. He said, I am healthy and whole. I am healthy and whole. And he's saying able to help others over here.
Was what he did an accident?
Yes. And that's why I knew I didn't take any, because he was telling me, I did not mean to leave you. I did not mean to leave you. I didn't do it on purpose. I did not do it on purpose. It was an accident. And I have seen this a couple of times lately in one-on-one readings. I'm not going to get into the in and outs of the readings. But when it looks like it wasn't, but it was. So just know, he did not leave you on purpose. He's like, I didn't do it on purpose. I would never have left her. I would never have left her. And so I don't know why he's wanting me to do this. He's like, I would never have left her. And he did this. I was like, what is this about? So hopefully that means something to you, because he's making me want to do this. I would never have left her. I don't know. Did y'all used to eat Oreos and dip them in milk? I haven't done that in 100 years. and he's making me want to dip them in the milk. But what he's showing me is, as he's dipping them in the milk, he like left it there too long, and the cookie is disintegrating into the
She said yes.
milk.
And he was only 16 when he passed.
So I don't know why he is, the memories that Spirit brings up. Sometimes I'm like, you want me to say what? And this is one of those moments. It's like, I don't, she says, he loved doing that. Yes. And so this is one of those moments as a medium, you're like, why am I having to talk about this
She said she always made fun of him for that.
Oreo disintegrating in the milk? And so she just confirmed, because he loved doing that, and she would make fun of him.
Because it was no longer a cookie.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's no longer a cookie. It's like this mush in this milk. And I'm like, you want me to talk about what? Oh my goodness. I just love it when spirits do that. And that's when I first became a medium, that's not something I would have said, because I'd have been in my head like, I am surely not seeing this dadgum cookie disintegrate. And but no, I've been a medium long enough to talk about it, because it's going to mean something. It might not mean something to me, but it's going to mean something to you. So I love that he wanted to leave you, thank you, with that beautiful memory to make us all laugh. Okay. So, do we have any more psychic? Okay. Have I covered everything? Okay. Now,
don't forget about the money thing again.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Every time I do a live, there seems to be a rash of people then starting to contact, direct message people in my name. I will never, ever direct message someone. Do not Venmo any medium, me or someone else, any money, unless you know them, y'all been in contact, their system is down or something like that. They're not going to just direct message you out of the blue for money. Please do not do that. Okay, so I don't know if y'all remember the last time I did a live, and I ended it with a little meditation. I'm going to do the same thing. I wasn't sure how it was going to go over, but I had I've gotten a couple of messages after I had done it the last time. People appreciated it. So even if there's 2 people who stay on here to go through this meditation, I will continue doing them. All right, it's going to take just probably 5 minutes tops. I'm going to run you through it. It's going to be a grounding and love meditation. So only participate if you are safe to do so. All right, we're going to take a deep breath, and you're going to exhale. A deep breath and exhale. And as you exhale, you can feel the tension leaving your body. Now we are going to envision the white light of God. I use the word God, use the one that makes you feel comfortable. Going to use the white light of God coming through your crown chakra. It's going to come through your crown chakra and start coming through behind your eyes, behind your nose, and behind your mouth. As it travels through your head, it's taking all tension with it. It's relaxing you, it's leaving you with peace. This white light is traveling through your throat. As it travels through your throat, it's releasing your throat chakra, allowing you to step into your truth, allowing you to voice love. This white light is now traveling through your shoulders, releasing all tension there. It's traveling down your arms to your fingertips. This white light is traveling through your chest to your heart chakra. As it hits your heart chakra, you can feel any tension releasing. You can feel unconditional love, and you can feel peace. This white light is now traveling down through your torso, down to your hips. As it gets to your hips, it's making you feel rooted to this earth. It's making you know you have a place. You're feeling complete love, complete peace, complete belonging. This white light is now traveling down your thighs, through your knees, releasing any tension there, down through your calves to your feet. This white light has now accumulated all stress, all worry, and it takes it with it as it exits your feet and down to Mother Earth. This white light now is taking all of your stress to Mother Earth, where Mother Earth absorbs your stress. It transmutes that stress energy into complete love. This light is now coming back up. It's hitting your feet, coming back up through your calves, through your knees. You're grounded. You belong. You have a purpose. This white light is now traveling back up from Mother Earth through your thighs to your root chakra. It's traveling back up through your torso. You can feel that you belong. You're where you are supposed to be. You have a purpose, and your purpose is to be right where you are, vibrating in unconditional love. This white light is now traveling back down your arms to your fingertips. It's traveling up through your throat chakra, behind your mouth, behind your nose, behind your third eye, out your crown. As this white light exits your crown chakra, it surrounds you in complete love. You are now surrounded in a bubble of pure, perfect love, protected, knowing you belong. As you are sitting in this unconditional love, you can feel every cell, every fiber of your body absorbing the sense of belonging, absorbing peace. Now we are going to push this unconditional love away from our bodies through our house. We can just see this white light traveling through our residence where we live, making all that enter your house feel this vibration of unconditional love. This white light is now traveling and sending love through your town where you live. This white light is now traveling through your state. I want everyone here to envision a picture of the United States and envision the love vibration traveling from your state out across the United States until you can see the entire map covered and vibrating in unconditional love. And we're going to ask every person residing in the United States to feel this love, to feel needed, wanted, and like they belong. This white light is now traveling outside of our country, across the oceans, north, east, west, south. It is surrounding the earth in unconditional love. Now you're going to picture a globe, and you're going to picture this earth globe in your mind's eye, and you're just going to picture the entire white light surrounding this globe and surrounding the world in unconditional love. I'm going to hold that thought for a second. Take a deep breath and release. I want to thank you all for joining in on that meditation and for being here with me today. I appreciate you, and I hope y'all have a wonderful evening.